Hi everyone, I'm Shifttrex and I'm part of the Starman.net forum, and today I'm going to be showing you guys a fan-made TCG themed after the Earthbound series that I'm working on. It's called called 1990X. Eventually I'm going to expand it to encompass all three games, but right now I'm just working on Earthbound. I'll tell you a little bit about my game, show you what the field looks like to set the game up, and the different card types. And if you guys show any interest in this, I'll release my full card list that I've been working on so far. I'm almost done with everything that appears in Onnet. Takes a while. And I'll show you guys how to actually play my game. Alright, so the goal of this game is to play it just like you would any other Mother game. You're going to have 4 characters. Your opponent's going to have 4 characters, and you can win by either defeating them or making their deck run out of cards. Pretty simple. Here's what the field looks like. It's divided in half. You get the half closest to us over here. You're going to have a normal deck consisting of about, 50, 60 cards. It's where all of your side cards are going to go, your equipment, things like that. And then you have your side potential deck over here. That's where your resource cards are going to go, similar to like energy in Pokemon or something like that. I drew a lot of inspiration from other games that I've played and seen. This is the battlefield. It's shared between you. That's where you play smaller baddies. That's where you play your side cards and things like that. Over on your right is your resource area. When you want to play PowerPoint cards, they go over there. And in front of you, that's where your 4 character cards go. Alright, that's pretty much it for setup. Your opponent has the exact same thing on their side in front of you, and the goal is to reduce their character cards' hit points to 0, or make them run out of cards by stalling. Alright, let's go over card types. First one is side potential. It mimics your power points your side points in the game. I'm using a color system, red, blue, yellow, and white, and they're actually themed after flavors because in the beginning of an Earthbound game, you pick what flavor that you want your windows to be. So red is strawberry. It has a lot of damaging effects. It's a more aggressive flavor. Blue is blueberry. It's a more of a defensive flavor. It's got like status ailments like putting people to sleep, paralyzing them, reflecting things, solidified. Yellow is going to be banana. It's more of a tricky flavor. It's got things like mushroomized, homesickness, uncontrollable crying, sunstroke, fun things. And plain flavor is white. That's going to have a lot of your equipment, a lot of your munchables, things like that. Yeah, munchables is like the food that you would buy in the Earthbound games. Here's an example of what one of my side potential cards looks like. This one's strawberry flavored. You play it over on that resource section that I showed you earlier on the field diagram. Flip it over and you get 1 strawberry flavored PP to use. And then there's combination cards like this over here. This is an orange flavored. You can add 1 strawberry or 1 banana. It's kind of a dual type. Dual types are fun. Oh, and I'll explain what is actually on this card. Up here, you'll see in the top left-hand corner is the mother symbol for Earthbound. And over in the right-hand corner would normally be a rarity symbol. But this one doesn't have one. It's the lowest rarity. Over here you can see it. This is second highest rarity in my game. It just has the 1990X over there. Alright, let's move on. Character cards. Oh, I've still got a prototype one over here. So let me go get you guys a normal character card that you can look at. I'm done with Buzz Buzz. It's one of the first ones that I made. But yeah, on this you'll see you still have the set symbol to show he's from Earthbound. His name up here, his attack over here on the side shows you he's an insect and not bee, and his hit points, and then it tells you a little bit about him. Every character card has something that they do and that they bring to the game, because you can use your character card to attack the other players' character cards, using equipment or using Psi. Buzz Buzz is special because he can also attack the smaller baddies that you play on the field. So he's really cool. Alright, I'll get back over to character cards. And you need certain character cards to play certain Psi. Just like in the game, like you can't have Ness equip a frying pan. You can't have Ness use certain Sai that he didn't learn in the game. Sticking to that completely. Equipment. Each character card has 4 pieces of equipment that you can equip to them. You can equip a weapon, body, like some sort of armor, arms, any of the bracelets that you'd find in the game, and other. Here's an example of one of my equipment cards. They're normally going to be plain flavored, so they'll be like a gray or off-white. It tells you in the center it's a weapon for Ness. Only he can use it. It's the cracked bat. And with this one, you can only use the cracked bat to attack twice before it actually breaks in half. Adds 2 to Ness's attack. So that's how weapons work. You would play them from your hand, and you just play them directly onto your character card, and it increases their stat. Like you saw, Buzz had 1 attack. If he could use the bat, then he would have 3 attack. Until this bat broke, that is. But he can't use bats. It's just an example. Okay, with Sai, I've got 2 types. I've got Thoughtful and Hasty. Thoughtful can be played on your turn. They're really powerful Sai. Hasty can be played at any time. They're kind of like a faster interrupt Sai, done on the fly. See, here's an example of a plain flavored Sai Life Up. This is the Thoughtful version. In the center, it'll tell you who all can use it. It's hard to see, but with Sai Life Up Alpha, Ness, Pooh, Department Store Spook, Guardian Digger, Mondo Mole, Mr. Carpainter. Yeah, all bosses in the game are actually going to be character cards that you can use too, and every major character that I can incorporate and figure out how to make into a character. This one adds 4 HP to a character, and in the lower right hand corner, it tells you it's a Thoughtful type. And on the right here, it shows you the cost. It costs 1 ice cream cone that's plain flavored, and then 1 of any. Down here, Sai Life Up, you'll see the little alpha mark has been replaced with a different symbol here. And the picture's been changed slightly. This is the Hasty version. It'll also tell you down here in the lower right hand corner, and the cost is different. It only adds 3 HP to 1 character, but you can play it at any time. So they have certain advantages and disadvantages. Next we're moving on to baddies. Those are the smaller monsters, and you'll have every enemy you've ever encountered in Earthbound here, from like Coiled Snake, Ramblin' Shroom, all those fun guys that you remember encountering. It's laid out similar to the character card. You have their attack, what they are. This one's an animal, it's a snake, and the hit points. And then the cost is in the right hand lower corner here. He costs 1 strawberry. And that's just to play him out onto the field. And then his ability will be in the text box. This one is Bash. You flip him over and he deals 1 damage directly to any character or baddie, which is pretty cool. Here's another example. I was working on Spiteful Crow. In this game, there are actually going to be multiple versions of a card, but they'll be at different rarities. Up in the top right-hand corner, I was telling you, is my rarity symbol. See the underline 1990X? That means it's a higher rarity. I'll go over my rarity system in a different video. But rarity, when cards are more rare, you can have less of them in your deck, but they also have additional abilities. Like this one can just fly, and when this one attacks an opponent, he not only flies, but your opponent reveals their hand and you see any munchables that they have in their hand. Any food, like how Spiteful Crow would steal things from you in the game. Moves us on to munchables. They're normally going to be plain flavored. Tells you who can use them in the center here. Humans, crows, snakes, and fungi for the cookie. How much it costs, 1 of any. And this one adds 1 HP. And with munchables, I also made condiments. Condiments have to be used in tandem with the food that you could use them with in the game. So there's a ton of interactions in this game. I went and I looked at a complete text dump of the game and see what interacts with what enemies drop what, things like that. And I'm trying to make as many interactions as I can between them. And let's go to our final type of card before I run out of time. This is a Sanctuary or a Melody. In Earthbound, they're going to be Sanctuaries. This one's Giant Step. These are big effects that you play to the field, and they stay there, and they're really hard to remove. This one is, it costs 4 Sai all in all, a banana, a blueberry, and 2 of any. With it, all of your baddies gain +2 hit points permanently, and they gain an ability called Jump. It lets them block flying baddies. And it does some other stuff, and it tells you that it's a Sanctuary in the lower right-hand corner. There's going to be 1 for every Sanctuary that we had in the game. Alright, and that's pretty much it. Let me know if you guys liked this video in the bottom, and let me know if you want to see more of 1990X as I'm working on it. Like I said, I'm almost done with On It. Please like and subscribe.